So I'm going to talk a little bit about getting a PICC line put in. I just had one put in about 10 days ago, and it is, for those that aren't aware, a PICC line is a peripherally inserted central catheter, which is used for just daily IV, so you don't get to get poked every single day. This thing can stay in there for a very long time. I've had some people comment on my YouTube videos saying they've had them in for 6 years, so you can have them for quite some time. I'm lucky to only have it in for 8 weeks while I have antibiotics to fight an infection, but the act of getting a PICC line in is not that difficult. If you're going to like a good nurse, and I live in Canada where healthcare is free, so I was luckily able to have this covered, and it was, not a bad surgery. I'm not going to go into super specifics of it, but they do take a little slit in the vein, and there's a few different pieces that they have to prop into there to get this long. Mine's almost 2 feet long of tubing all the way that goes from inside the arm up the central vein and then above the heart, which is one of the best places to give doses of things like antibiotics just to get it flushed out to the rest of the body. And yeah, it's been interesting. Getting it in is probably the hardest part, and the next 72 hours or 3 or 4 days after it, I found were kind of uncomfortable. My arm was a little bit inflated. There's definitely my veins felt a little bit weird. Like, it's a weird feeling that I've never felt before, and not sure how to describe it, but there is some irritation in there, and it's normal. Like, I see the nurses every single day because I have to go in and get my bags changed and all that kind of stuff. So it's a weird feeling, but getting it in isn't too bad. Yeah, like, if you're very, very anxious, I would talk to your doctor beforehand about different options for, they're not going to put you under, like, take anesthesia, but they can potentially give you anti-anxiety medication or things like that might help out with it. I know I had to take one, like, just going to put it out there, like, I was nervous to get this put in. I found out a couple days before the surgery that it goes right above the heart. I thought it was just like a normal IV, so I started just panicking, and just the unknown in a short time period to get used to it. Well, I have a really painful infection right here. That's just my surgery scar has been ripped right open, so I'm already in a lot of pain, and I didn't want to think about anything else, so they were nice to give it to me and help calm me down. Talking to the nurses too, like, they explained the procedure to me, and once I felt the thing kick in, I didn't care. They could take as long as they wanted in there. One unfortunate piece is that I don't respond well to, like, local anesthetics, so I had got this shot up. They shot it with something to numb it, but it wasn't working on me, and I felt the whole procedure. I could tell you it's not terrible. It is uncomfortable for sure. But I'm just someone that's never really responded to that thing that they use, and they gave me a few shots, and they're like, oh, well, are you fine with this? And I told them I was fine. So I had a pretty painful experience, but it wasn't that bad in all honesty. Yeah, so if you're nervous about it, that's understandable. It's something you've never experienced before, but the thing with that is once you've experienced it, like, I could probably go in there confidently and get it again. Not that I would ever want to. It's not the most fun thing in the world, but it's not as bad as I originally thought. Like, I was losing sleep over it, and just generally worried because I didn't know how I was going to feel, but it ended up being all okay, so that's pretty nice. Yeah, it's nerve-wracking, and it's tough to think about mentally, but once you get in there and get it done, it's all good. So yeah, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like and subscribe button below, and I'll see you in the next video.